Paper. Created by Couture Foundation. On ICSE's professional program. Group 2 Elective Paper 7.4. Banking and Insurance Laws and Practice. Lesson 24, Professional Opportunities. Professional Opportunities, Lesson 24. Question paper, total, 100 marks. Part I, Short Answer Questions, 40 marks. Answer all questions. Each question carries 4 marks. Q1. Define the term Company Secretary and explain his position as a key managerial personnel, KMP. Answer. A company secretary is a senior corporate professional responsible for ensuring compliance and corporate governance in a company. As a key managerial personnel, KMP, he plays a strategic role similar to top management and advises the board on legal and governance matters. Q2. What is meant by corporate governance? Why is it important in companies? Answer. Corporate governance refers to the system of rules, practices, and processes by which a company is directed and controlled. It is important because it ensures transparency, accountability, ethical practices, and protection of stakeholders' interests. Q3. State any 4 roles of a company secretary as a compliance officer. Answer. A company secretary as a compliance officer ensures adherence to laws and regulations, coordinates with regulatory authorities, reports compliance status to the board, and ensures correctness of filings and disclosures. Q4. What are the provisions regarding appointment of Company Secretary under the Companies Act, 2013? Answer. Under the Companies Act, 2013, certain classes of companies, like listed and specified public-private companies, must appoint a whole-time company secretary as KMP. The appointment is made by a board resolution with prescribed terms and conditions. Q5. Explain the concept of company secretary in practice. Answer. A company secretary in practice is a professional who offers services independently after obtaining a certificate of practice. He provides services such as incorporation, compliance certification, advisory, and secretarial audit to companies. Q6. What is secretarial audit? Mention its significance. Answer. Secretarial audit is an audit conducted by a company secretary in practice to verify compliance with applicable laws and regulations. Its significance lies in ensuring legal compliance, improving governance, and identifying risks or non-compliances. Q7. List any 4 services rendered by a company secretary in practice. Answer. Services rendered by a company secretary in practice include company incorporation, conducting secretarial audits, certification of documents, and advising on corporate laws and compliance matters. Q8. What is the role of a company secretary in ensuring good governance? Answer. A company secretary ensures good governance by advising the board, implementing governance frameworks, and ensuring compliance with laws and ethical standards. He also promotes transparency and protects stakeholder interests. Q9. Explain the term annual return and its certification requirements. Answer. An annual return is a comprehensive document containing details of a company's share capital, directors, and shareholders. It must be certified by a company secretary in practice to confirm compliance with the provisions of the Companies Act. Q10. Write a short note on the role of company secretary as an advisor to the board. Answer. As an advisor to the board, the company secretary provides guidance on legal, regulatory, and governance matters. He assists in decision-making by ensuring that the board follows best practices and complies with applicable laws. Part 2, Essay-type questions, 40 marks. Answer any 5 questions. Each question carries 8 marks. Q1. Discuss in detail the role of a company secretary as a governance professional in modern organizations. Answer. A company secretary, CAs, plays a crucial role as a governance professional in modern organizations by ensuring that the principles of corporate governance are effectively implemented. Corporate governance involves maintaining transparency, accountability, ethical conduct, and compliance with legal and regulatory frameworks. The CAs acts as a bridge between the board of directors, management, shareholders, and other stakeholders, ensuring that the organization functions in a fair and responsible manner. One of the primary roles of a CAs is to advise the board on governance practices, legal obligations, and regulatory requirements. He ensures that the company adheres to the provisions of the Companies Act, SABI regulations, and other applicable laws. The CAs also facilitates board meetings, maintains statutory records, and ensures proper documentation and disclosure of information. Additionally, the company secretary plays a key role in developing and implementing governance frameworks, risk management systems, and compliance mechanisms. He promotes ethical business practices and helps build a culture of integrity within the organization. By monitoring compliance and identifying potential risks, the CAs safeguards the company's reputation and stakeholder interests. In today's dynamic business environment, the role of a CAs has expanded beyond compliance to strategic advisory. As a governance professional, he contributes to sustainable growth, enhances investor confidence, and ensures that the organization meets global standards of corporate governance. Q2. Explain the provisions relating to key managerial personnel, KMP, under the Companies Act, 2013. Answer. The Companies Act, 2013 defines key managerial personnel, KMP, under Section 251, as the core managerial team responsible for the overall management and compliance of a company. KMP includes the Chief Executive Officer, CEO, or Managing Director, Company Secretary, CAs, Whole-time Director, Chief Financial Officer, CFO, and other prescribed officers. Section 203 of the Act mandates that certain classes of companies, such as listed companies and specified public companies, must appoint whole-time KMP. These include a managing director or CEO, or manager, a company secretary, and a chief financial officer. The appointment of KMP must be made through a resolution passed by the Board of Directors, specifying the terms and conditions, including remuneration. The Act also provides that a whole-time KMP shall not hold office in more than one company simultaneously, except in its subsidiary company. However, a KMP may be a director in another company with the permission of the board. Existing KMP holding multiple positions at the commencement of the Act must choose one company within 6 months. Further, companies not covered under mandatory provisions may voluntarily appoint KMP for better governance and management. The KMP plays a vital role in ensuring compliance with legal requirements, assisting the board in decision-making, and maintaining corporate governance standards. Thus, the provisions relating to KMP emphasize accountability, transparency, and effective corporate management. Q3. Describe the various professional opportunities available to company secretaries in practice. Answer. A company secretary in practice, CAs, has a wide range of professional opportunities across various sectors due to expertise in corporate laws, governance, and compliance. After obtaining a certificate of practice, CAs can offer independent professional services to companies and organizations. One of the key opportunities is conducting secretarial audits under Section 204 of the Companies Act, 2013, ensuring that companies comply with legal and regulatory requirements. A practicing CAs can also certify annual returns, issue compliance certificates, and provide advisory services on corporate laws, SABI regulations, and other legislations. Company secretaries in practice are involved in corporate secretarial services such as incorporation of companies, drafting legal documents, maintaining statutory records, and handling board and general meetings. They also provide services in corporate restructuring, mergers and acquisitions, and issue of securities. Additionally, CAs professionals can act as arbitrators, conciliators, and mediators in commercial disputes. They can also serve as registered valuers, insolvency professionals, GST practitioners, and internal auditors. Opportunities also exist in areas like intellectual property rights, IPR, international trade, taxation, and financial advisory services. Further, CAs can represent clients before various regulatory authorities such as the Registrar of Companies, NCLT, SABI, and tax authorities. With the increasing emphasis on corporate governance and compliance, the demand for company secretaries in practice is continuously growing, making it a highly rewarding and diverse profession. Q4. Discuss the duties and responsibilities of a company secretary under Section 205 of the Companies Act, 2013. Answer. Section 205 of the Companies Act, 2013 defines the duties and responsibilities of a company secretary, CAs, highlighting his crucial role in ensuring corporate compliance and governance. One of the primary duties of a CAs is to report to the Board of Directors about compliance with the provisions of the Companies Act, rules, and other applicable laws. This ensures that the company operates within the legal framework. The company secretary is also responsible for ensuring that the company complies with secretarial standards issued by the Institute of Company Secretaries of India, ICSE, and approved by the central government. These standards relate to the proper conduct of board meetings and general meetings. Further, the CAs provides guidance to directors regarding their duties, responsibilities, and powers. He facilitates the convening of board, committee, and general meetings, records minutes, and ensures proper documentation. The CAs is also responsible for obtaining necessary approvals from regulatory authorities and representing the company before such authorities. Additionally, the company secretary assists the board in the conduct of company affairs and plays a key role in promoting good corporate governance practices. He ensures adherence to ethical standards, transparency, and accountability in the organization. Overall, Section 205 places significant responsibility on the CAs, making him a key figure in maintaining legal compliance and effective governance. Q5. Explain the role of company secretary in corporate restructuring, finance, and taxation services. Answer. A company secretary, CAs, plays a significant role in corporate restructuring, finance, and taxation services due to his expertise in corporate laws and regulatory compliance. In corporate restructuring, the CAs advises on mergers, amalgamations, acquisitions, and joint ventures. He ensures compliance with legal provisions, drafts necessary documents, and coordinates with regulatory authorities such as the National Company Law Tribunal, NCLT. In the area of finance, the CAs assists in determining the appropriate capital structure of the company and provides guidance on raising funds through various instruments such as shares, debentures, and international financial markets. He is involved in drafting prospectuses, ensuring compliance with SABI regulations, and facilitating listing or delisting of securities. Regarding taxation services, the company secretary offers advisory services on tax planning and management under various laws such as income tax and GST. He assists in preparing and filing returns, maintaining records, and ensuring compliance with tax regulations. The CAS also helps in responding to notices and handling litigation related to taxation. Overall, the company secretary acts as a strategic advisor in these areas, ensuring that business decisions are legally compliant and financially sound. His role contributes to the efficient management, growth, and sustainability of the organization. Q6. Examine the role of company secretary in national and global governance. Answer. A company secretary, CAS, plays a vital role in both national and global governance by promoting ethical practices, transparency, and compliance in organizations. At the national level, the CAS acts as a governance professional who ensures that companies adhere to laws and regulations, thereby contributing to economic stability and development. He helps in building a culture of good governance, which enhances investor confidence and protects stakeholder interests. The CAS is considered a guardian of corporate governance and plays a key role in advising the board on best practices, risk management, and sustainability. He ensures that companies follow ethical standards, prevent fraud, and maintain accountability. This contributes to strengthening the overall corporate sector in the country. At the global level, the role of the company secretary has expanded due to increasing globalization and cross-border operations. CAS professionals help organizations comply with international laws, standards, and governance frameworks. They also contribute to the adoption of global best practices in corporate governance. Furthermore, company secretaries participate in international forums and professional bodies, promoting harmonization of governance standards across countries. Their expertise helps organizations navigate complex regulatory environments and maintain stakeholder trust globally. Thus, the company secretary plays a crucial role in shaping governance practices at both national and international levels, contributing to sustainable and ethical business growth. Part 3, Case Study, 20 marks. Answer all questions. Each question carries 2 marks. Case Study. A listed company is facing compliance issues due to frequent changes in regulatory requirements. The board has appointed a company secretary to ensure proper governance, compliance, and coordination with regulatory authorities. The company secretary is also responsible for conducting secretarial audits, advising the board, and ensuring transparency in operations. Questions. Q1. Identify the role of the company secretary in ensuring compliance in the company. Answer. The company secretary ensures compliance by monitoring applicable laws and regulations and reporting compliance status to the board. He also ensures timely filings, proper disclosures, and adherence to statutory requirements. Q2. What actions should the company secretary take to improve corporate governance? Answer. The company secretary can improve corporate governance by implementing strong compliance frameworks and advising the board on best governance practices. He should also promote ethical standards and ensure proper documentation and disclosures. Q3. How can secretarial audit help the company in this situation? Answer. Secretarial audit helps by identifying non-compliances and gaps in legal adherence. It ensures that the company follows all applicable laws and improves overall governance and risk management. Q4. Explain the importance of coordination with regulatory authorities. Answer. Coordination with regulatory authorities ensures smooth communication and timely compliance with legal requirements. It helps avoid penalties, enhances credibility, and ensures proper handling of regulatory changes. Q5. Suggest 2 measures the company secretary can take to enhance transparency. Answer. The company secretary can enhance transparency by ensuring accurate and timely disclosures of information. He can also maintain proper records and implement clear reporting systems for stakeholders. Trophy Gold Medal Classical Building Woman Student. Test yourself. Q1. Company secretary plays a leading role of a key managerial personnel, KMP, entrusted with the responsibility of the company's corporate governance. Critically examine. Answer. A company secretary, CAS, occupies a pivotal position as a key managerial personnel, KMP, and plays a leading role in ensuring corporate governance within an organization. Corporate governance involves maintaining transparency, accountability, ethical conduct, and compliance with legal and regulatory requirements. The CAS acts as a link between the board of directors, management, shareholders, and regulatory authorities, thereby ensuring smooth functioning of governance mechanisms. As a KMP, the company secretary is entrusted with advising the board on governance practices, legal compliance, and strategic decisions. He ensures adherence to provisions of the Companies Act, SABI regulations, and other applicable laws. The CAS also facilitates board meetings, maintains statutory records, and ensures proper disclosures, thereby enhancing transparency. Critically, the role of the CAS has evolved beyond mere compliance to that of a governance professional. He contributes to risk management, policy formulation, and implementation of best practices. However, the effectiveness of the CAS depends on the support of the board and management, as well as his independence and professional competence. Thus, the company secretary is not just a compliance officer but a strategic advisor and guardian of corporate governance. His role is crucial in building stakeholder confidence and ensuring sustainable growth, making him an indispensable part of modern corporate management. Q2. Discuss advisory role of a company secretary. Answer. The advisory role of a company secretary, CAS, is one of the most significant aspects of his professional responsibilities. As a governance expert, the CAS provides guidance to the board of directors and management on legal, regulatory, and corporate governance matters. He ensures that the company operates within the framework of applicable laws and follows best governance practices. The CAS advises the board on compliance with the Companies Act, SABI regulations, and other statutory requirements. He helps directors understand their duties, responsibilities, and powers, thereby enabling informed decision-making. The CAS also provides guidance on corporate policies, ethical standards, and risk management strategies. In addition, the company secretary plays an important role in strategic decision-making by offering insights on mergers, acquisitions, restructuring, and financial matters. He ensures that decisions taken by the board are legally sound and in the best interest of stakeholders. The CAS also acts as a communication link between the board, shareholders, and regulatory authorities. By ensuring transparency and proper disclosure of information, he enhances stakeholder trust. Overall, the advisory role of the company secretary is vital in promoting good governance, ensuring compliance, and supporting the board in achieving organizational objectives effectively and ethically. Q3. A whole-time key managerial personnel shall not hold office in more than one company. Examine the statement with the legal provisions of Companies Act, 2013. Answer. The Companies Act, 2013 lays down specific provisions regarding the appointment and functioning of key managerial personnel, KMP. Section 203(3) of the Act states that a whole-time KMP shall not hold office in more than one company at the same time, except in its subsidiary company. This provision ensures that KMPs devote their full time and attention to the efficient management of the company. However, the Act provides certain relaxations. A whole-time KMP may hold a directorship in another company with the permission of the board of directors. Additionally, if a person was holding KMP positions in multiple companies at the commencement of the Act, he was required to choose one company within 6 months. The rationale behind this provision is to prevent conflicts of interest and ensure that KMPs perform their duties effectively without divided attention. Since KMPs are responsible for key decisions, compliance, and governance, their full-time involvement is essential for the proper functioning of the company. This restriction also strengthens corporate governance by ensuring accountability and dedication of key officials. Therefore, while the Act imposes limitations, it balances them with reasonable flexibility, ensuring both efficiency and practicality in corporate management. Q4. When a member of the institute shall be deemed to be in practice as per Company Secretaries Act, 1980. Answer. Under the Company Secretaries Act, 1980, a member of the Institute of Company Secretaries of India, ICSE, is deemed to be in practice when he engages in professional activities either individually or in partnership with other professionals for consideration. This includes offering services related to corporate laws, compliance, and advisory functions to companies and other clients. A company secretary is considered to be in practice when he performs services such as promotion, formation, incorporation, amalgamation, reconstruction, or winding up of companies. He may also act as an authorized representative for filing, registering, verifying, or presenting documents on behalf of a company. Additionally, rendering services as a secretarial auditor, consultant, or advisor on legal and procedural matters also qualifies as practice. Further, a member is deemed to be in practice if he issues certificates, undertakes compliance audits, or provides certification services under various laws such as the Companies Act and SABI regulations. Holding himself out to the public as a practicing company secretary or offering professional assistance in matters relating to corporate governance also falls within this definition. Thus, the scope of practice is broad and encompasses a wide range of professional services. The definition ensures that only qualified and authorized professionals render such services, thereby maintaining standards of competence, integrity, and accountability in the profession. Q5. Secretarial Audit Report and Secretarial Compliance Report are same. Analyze. Answer. The statement that Secretarial Audit Report and Secretarial Compliance Report are the same is incorrect, as both differ in scope, purpose, and applicability. While both are related to compliance verification, they serve distinct functions under the regulatory framework. A secretarial audit report is conducted under Section 204 of the Companies Act, 2013 and is applicable to listed companies and certain prescribed classes of companies. It is carried out by a company secretary in practice to verify compliance with various laws, rules, and regulations. The report is annexed to the board's report and provides a comprehensive evaluation of the company's compliance status. On the other hand, the Secretarial Compliance Report is mandated under SABI, law, regulations, 2015 and is specifically applicable to listed entities. It focuses primarily on compliance with SABI regulations and must be submitted to stock exchanges within a specified time frame. While both reports aim to ensure compliance and improve governance standards, the Secretarial Audit Report has a broader scope covering multiple laws, whereas the Secretarial Compliance Report is more specific to SABI requirements. Therefore, although both reports are important tools for ensuring corporate compliance and governance, they are not the same and must be treated as distinct regulatory requirements. Thanks to learn with us. You can find more study content on our website couture.com.